Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today's practice will be a gentle flow for the times that we want a really good stretch, but we don't need a vigorous workout. We actually barely get off the floor. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat and let's begin. Today we begin in a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. You can decide, you can be your own guide here. Gently closing the eyes, beginning to notice the breath, finding our awareness of body, mind, spirit. Sitting up nice and tall, extending through the crown of the head, reaching up towards the ceiling. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And on the next inhale, reaching the right arm above the head, taking the hand to the left ear, gently pulling on the neck. Reaching the right ear to the right shoulder. And releasing, switching sides. And gently releasing, tucking the chin into the chest. Taking the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers, taking them behind the neck, and using the weight of the hands and the arms to bring the head a little bit closer to the chest. And gently releasing the hands to the sides, taking slow neck circles to one side. And the other. Really feeling the whole range of motion in the neck, keeping the shoulders down. And coming back through center, turning to the side of the mat and extending the legs out in front, slowly rolling onto the back, taking the arms above the head, reaching out with the fingertips, pointing the toes, elongating the body, finding length. Inhale. And exhale, release, bringing the arms to the sides of the body. Taking the right knee into the chest, hugging the knee into the chest. And gently guiding the knee across the body. Taking the right hand, extending it out to the side, gazing over the fingertips. Not forcing anything here. Breathing deep. And gently coming back through center, releasing the right leg, taking the left into the chest. Opening the hip a little here, finding a little movement. And taking the knee over to the right side, gently guiding with the hand Gazing over the left fingertips. Just getting a nice spinal twist. And gently coming back to center, taking both knees up into the air, grabbing onto the ankle, or wrapping peace fingers around the big toes, opening the legs for happy baby. Channeling your inner child here, finding a little rock, a little sway. Massaging the lower back. Finding a little fun. And crossing the ankles, taking the hands behind the thighs, finding a little momentum here to rock ourselves up onto all fours, or we can gently scoot to the side and come onto all fours into tabletop position in the middle of the mat. However you'd like to get there. And walking the hands out in front to the edge of the mat, leaning the chest down, coming into puppy pose. Keeping the hips over the knees. Reaching out with the fingertips, feeling the shoulders open. Remembering to breathe nice and deep. And on the next exhale, pressing through the hands, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and lowering the belly for Cobra. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, finding a wave, bringing the forehead to the mat. Moving with the breath 2 more times. Grounding through the fingers, inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, forehead to mat. Keeping the elbows tucked in by the sides, pressing through the hands, sending the hips back to child's pose. Gently walking the fingertips over to the right side of the mat, breathing into the left side body, the ribs. And on the next exhale, walking the hands through center to the left side. And coming back through center, rolling up onto the knees. Rolling through the back, bringing the fingertips closer to the knees, coming back into tabletop. Flattening out the back, broadening through the shoulders, spreading through the fingers. We'll be taking a little variation of cat-cow today. So grounding through the left leg, extending the right behind and out to the side. Inhaling to drop the belly, having that right leg bent or extended. And exhale, rounding through the back. Working with a new dynamic here. Inhale, dropping the belly. And exhale, round. Moving with the breath, 1 more round. And exhale. Coming back into neutral spine, keeping that right leg out. Raising the left hand up to the ceiling. Spreading through the fingertips and bringing it all the way down, reaching out towards your right toes. Coming to lie on the left ear if that feels comfortable. Pressing through the right fingertips, opening up the shoulder. And gently pressing back up into tabletop, taking that right leg, bringing it all the way through the chest, and stepping it in between the hands, coming into low lunge. Finding our foundation here, making sure the knee is over or behind the ankle, lifting the chest, keeping the fingertips on the mat. Breathing space between the collarbones. And on the exhale, planting the fingertips, sending the hips back into half splits. Getting a nice hamstring stretch here. Back into low lunge. Taking a nice inhale, maybe taking the hands to the knees. Lowering the hips, sinking deeper into the hips on the exhale. And taking the right hand, extending it behind us, keeping the left on the knee. A little twist. And grab something behind you, bring it all the way around, framing the foot. Coming back into half splits. Inhaling back to low lunge. Planting the hands. Taking the right knee back to meet the left. Coming back into tabletop. Extending the left leg behind and out to the side. Inhaling for cow. I almost said cat. Inhaling for cat, inhaling for cow, and exhaling, rounding the back for cat. Still spreading through the fingertips, moving with the breath, finding a little funky variation, finding a little play with the traditional movements. One more round. And reaching the right arm up to the sky. Threading the needle. Coming to rest on the right ear and shoulder. Reaching for the left toes. Opening through the back. Gently coming back up to tabletop. Bringing that left leg through the chest and between the hands, planting it for low lunge. Sinking into the hip, opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back. And pressing back for half split, flexing the left foot. Inhaling low lunge, coming up onto the hands. Big inhale and exhale, taking the left hand behind, twist. Grabbing a hold of something, bringing it with you. Framing the foot back into half split. And back into low lunge, planting the hands, taking the left back to the right knee, gliding the fingertips back towards the knees, rolling up onto the back, ending with the shoulders, bringing the hands to the lower back, fingertips pointed up towards the ceiling, finding a nice space here on the lower back and upper bum, and gently pressing the chest open, reaching the elbows together, gazing at the ceiling, grounding through the tops of the feet. Inhale. And exhale to release, coming to sit on the heels. Interlace the fingers together and press the palms out in front of you, opening the backs of the shoulders, rounding through the shoulders and the upper back. Feeling the vertebra, finding a little movement here, getting some mobility in the spine. And gently release, inhaling the arms above the head. Exhale, letting the right drop to the mat, reaching over with the left. And switching sides. And gently releasing, coming back to center. You did it. You showed up for yourself today. Tired, feeling lazy, don't have a lot of time or energy, and you still got here. You should be proud, and I hope you feel a little bit more open and stretched out. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I'll see you next time. Namaste.